Paper is a material made up of a thin sheet made from cellulose pulp. It is a thin material that is manufactured by interweaving vegetable cellulose fibers. It is used both in writing and in printing. It is composed of cellulose that is transformed into paste in mechanical or chemical processes. Depending on the process to which it is subjected, different types of paper are produced. Paper is a structure obtained based on vegetable cellulose fibers, which intertwine to form a resistant and flexible sheet. These fibers come from the tree that can be pine or eucalyptus. Depending on the process of making the cellulose pulp, it is classified into mechanical or chemical, each of which gives rise to different types of paper in terms of stiffness and whiteness. The use of paper as a medium to collect our thoughts, ideas, and feelings is very important to human communication, as it allows to transcend the limits of time. If a rigid paper is required for writing cardboards or cardboards, the cellulose will be subjected to a mechanical process. If, on the other hand, what is wanted is an excellent presentation paper for writing or printing, the cellulose is bleached by a chemical process. Before inventing paper, Chinese scribes wrote using a rigid tip on strips of wood or bamboo. But this material did not facilitate writing. The appearance of the printing press generated an increase in the use of paper from the 15th century, causing a shortage of these materials. This meant the cheapening of book printing and stimulated the manufacture of paper. Since then, paper has become one of the emblematic products of our culture, being made through a great variety of vegetable fibers. Later, most of paper has been made with wood pulp, due to its lower cost. However, textile fibers will continue to be used to this day for the manufacture of high-quality papers. The paper industry has been in constant development, and during the 20th century, it reached high levels of production. United States and Canada are the world's largest producers of paper, pulp, and paper products. Every year, only in the United States, more than 8 million tons of office paper are printed, copied, and drawn. And for the most important documents, we all want quality paper. But to make a special paper, special trees are needed, some of the tallest in the world. These are the eucalyptus forest of Quintana Cruz, in the heart of Portugal. The eucalyptus is among the tallest trees in the world. They came from Australia in the 19th century, where the Aborigines used them to build cabins and koalas to hang from them. Today they are used to make everything from liquids, cleaners to cough drops, and paper. It's 9 in the morning and the temperature is already around 35 degrees Celsius. But despite the scorching heat, two huge beasts are already in motion and they seem hungry. On the menu of these mechanical monsters are the 25,000 square meters of flesh foliage that they must collect every day to start the paper-making process. But to shred all these trunks, good jaws are needed, and there are no many more powerful than these. Equipped with chainsaw scissors and studded metal molars, each of these 24-ton machines is capable of chewing trunks like toothpicks. Once a tree is selected, the hydraulic jaws of the harvester cling to the base, and the industrial chainsaw takes good care of the trunk. To choose the direction in which the giant tree should fall, the driver handles the levers. The truth is that despite his years of experience, he is never 100% sure of which way the tree will fall. And a wrong move of the controls could result in much more than a bruised ego. Once on the ground of the forest, the machine uses its metal teeth to remove the bark and branches, and the chainsaw cuts the trunk into more manageable pieces. Working at full power, the machine can cut and chop an eucalyptus in less than 30 seconds as it moves through the forest. The harvester leaves behind piles of log, weighing several tons, but to pick up all those logs, a wheelbarrow is not enough. A bulldozer is needed. This machine that grabs logs like chopsticks can handle anything that hard terrain throws at it. Eucalyptus has short fibers, ideal for making quality paper. That's why this company fells about 6 million of these trees every year. More demand, of course, means more trees. That's why every year in this farm, 8 million new eucalyptus are planted. The manipulation of these plants is a job that requires great concentration and precision. That's why, naturally, there is no man inside. As it passes through the change, each future tree undergoes some cuts. This quick pruning is not to make them look nice, but to avoid water loss and pollution. If they received sunlight and have a lot of moisture, these shrubs will be ready for felling. In just 12 years, 3 times faster than the trees traditionally used to make paper, such as pines. Once loaded, the logs are ready to travel to the paper mill. This, on the Portugal Atlantic coast, is one of the largest in the business. It occupies almost 2 square kilometers and every year it produces 820,000 tons of quality office paper. But to create so much paper, too much wood is needed. The problem is that while some logs arrive clean and ready for action, others still bring the bark, and it must be removed by giving the log a couple of shakes in the mother of all vibrators, as if they hadn't gone through enough already. Next, the logs are treated as if they were sausage meat. They enter a grinder where they are crushed to create mountains of 30 meters high of good chips. It is the paradise of a hamster, but there is still a long way to go before it becomes paper. The cellulose fibers needed by the paper mill are trapped in the chips, but nature sticks these fibers together with an unpleasant chemical agent, linen. The tear is what makes the paper discolor like an old pirate treasure map, so it must be removed. For this, a machine called a digester is used, which works with a combination of caustic soda, heat, and pressure. To reach the short fibers of eucalyptus, the purified and bleached paste is introduced into huge drums lined with closed discs that will shake them forcibly. This paper mill produces 1,500 tons of paste per day using this method. But to turn so much paste into paper, a colossal machine is needed. This giant measures 220 meters in length and produces enough paper to wallpapers 2,500 soccer fields per day. And the paper mill has 2. As the paste enters one end, a grid lets the excess water out. When the wet paper carpet flies through the machine at 90 km per hour. A series of giant rollers dry it and then flatten and smooth it into a colossal sheet. To get here, the eucalyptus wood has gone through an industrial hell, and this is a journey that is not unnoticed by the factory director, Carlos Vieira. Here many disciplines are combined: paste and paper chemistry, physics, automation and engineering, electrical engineering and mechanics. Many things have to be done that people are not aware of when using a simple sheet of paper to print. But before our paper mill is finished, a couple of cuts have to be made to these huge rolls of paper, 8.5 meters in diameter. Except for King Kong, carrying 6 tons of paper to the cutting area is a difficult task. That's why a crane capable of handling even the world's largest toilet paper roll is used. A chain of steel and tungsten cutting machinery reduces the roll into more manageable pieces. But even then, they are too big for a normal printer. For the rolls to be more suitable for our photocopier, an indefatigable team of loading robots takes the cylinders to the packaging area. There, they cut them into more manageable pieces, stack them and send them on the conveyor belts to the area where they will be packaged every year. And only in this company are 80 million piles produced, enough to go around the world almost 300 times. Once packaged, the paper is ready to do its job. Remember to subscribe to our channel if you like the content.